Hello there, surfers of the internet. My name is Ninja K, and if you have not met me yet, well, hello. Today I'm talking about the Warped Tour lineup. Yes, you heard me right. I said Warped Tour. Warped Tour, it is coming up. It is February, and we are already having some really awesome bands announced for this summer Warped Tour. And of course, if you don't know what Warped Tour is, get out. I'm kidding. I'll tell you. Warped Tour is a giant festival over the summer that spans the entire summer and goes around pretty much every state there is in the United States and some of Canada too. And basically tours around with about 100 bands and plays shows. And if you have not gone, you need to go. And if you can't go, I'm sorry. A moment in silence for those of us that cannot attend Warped Tour. That was precious. All right, next, let's go and look at the lineup this year. So far, some of this year's lineup has started off including the Amity Affliction, which I'm excited to see. This Wildlife, who I have seen and still excited to see. Recent announcements include Black Veil Brides and Juliet Sims. I have seen Black Veil Brides in concert, which is awesome that they're going to be on this year's Warped Tour. If you have not seen them, you should check them out on Warped Tour because they're pretty good. Juliet Sims, I have not seen on Warped Tour yet, but I hear she's pretty good too. She was on The Voice. I mean, she almost won. Almost didn't win. Shut up. Can't talk about it. All right, okay, let's keep going. Other bands include Neck Deep and Hands Like Houses, Have Mercy, Crossfaith. Let's see, there are plenty of bands that are going this year to Warped Tour. What is your favorite band that's been announced so far? I'm really excited to see Palisades. They were announced not too long ago, and they just came out with a new album called Mind Games, and I am super excited to see them. They're pretty awesome. Some other bands that I would like to talk about are Youth in Revolt. They're kind of a newer band, but not so much, but they are definitely pretty cool too. They were on this new Pop Goes Punk album. They did, let's see, I think they sang a song that was pop. I can't remember things because I am human and not a very smart one. But that's okay. We're gonna keep going. Some of the others that I want to talk about was the Relapse Symphony. They were trying to get themselves on Warped Tour last year, I remember, on their Twitter. And so they finally got on this year with enough votes. There's going to be there was a lot of controversy going around about Riff Raff being on this year's Warped Tour. I mean, I can kind of see it, but I mean, a lot of people are going as far to say, oh my gosh, I'm not going to go to Warped Tour because they're there. Warped Tour's always sucked, and now it sucks even more. Or why don't you just bring Blood on the Dance Floor back? And don't not go to Warped Tour just because one band that you don't agree with is going to be there. Whether there are any controversies around this person's life or something, that should not be so far for you to not go to Warped Tour. Warped Tour is still Warped Tour. I mean, they've had Katy Perry on Warped Tour before. I mean, if Katy Perry had been on there when I, was going to Warped Tour, I would have been like, no, this is not okay. This is a pop artist on Warped Tour. So you just have to, don't go watch their live performance if you don't like that band. That's the whole point of Warped Tour. So you don't have to like everybody, but there are plenty of people you can like, and plenty of people maybe you would like if you go and watch them. Metro Station was announced to this year's Warped Tour as well, and of course I know what you're thinking, Metro Station. I haven't listened to them since I was in like 2006. 2006 or 8. I think it was more like 2010, but I don't know times. So I listened to them back when it was, you know, Trey Cyrus and of course Mitchell Musso's older brother. That Hannah Montana older class thing going on there. I don't know. I've always thought that was weird. Anyway, they are going to be on this year's Warped Tour because they reunited this year, 2014. They reunited in 2013, and I can't talk anymore because I am mumbling. I get very nervous and don't know what to talk about when I'm talking about Warped Tour because all I can think is Warped Tour. Anyway, yes, Metro Station will be there, as well as some interesting names that I have not heard of, and I wanted to know if you guys have heard them, and if you have heard them, tell me what they're like. One of those is Cuckoo Kangaroo. The name threw me off in the very first part. I was like, I don't know. But if they're good, please tell me, and I will definitely, you know, recheck them out, or I'll just check them out and tell you guys about them later on. Another one that was kind of weird that I've never heard of but would like to hear about is Born Cages, Candy Hearts, and Hundredth. They all seem interesting, but I didn't listen to them yet because I wanted to hear your guys' take on them. So if you know that band, please tell me about them. I would like to know. I'm saying a lot. How many times have I said if you go back and count on the video, how many times have I said like just a second ago? I will give you a cookie that I do not have. I'll give you an imagination cookie. Cookie of imagination. Some of the other bands that are going to be on Warped Tour this year are Bless the Fall and Asking Alexandria, minus Danny Warstrop because, of course, as you know, or maybe you don't know, Danny Warstrop left Asking Alexandria. A moment of silence for that too. Okay, that was a little emotional, I have to admit. If you are wondering what is behind me, this is my new background. It is the Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho's flag. It's beautiful, isn't it? It spans about my arm length, which is great. It's so glorious. I sing the Fall Out Boy national anthem to it every morning. Because she's an American Beauty. I'm American Psycho. It's a nice flag. Some other things that I put up in my room because I felt like I had nothing in my room are this super totally awesome Mordor, not Mordor, Middle-earth map. I can't talk when I'm thinking about Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit either. That's a fun fact. But isn't it nice? It's right above my desk that I cleaned because I decided that my room was disgusting, and it's still, half of it still is, yay! Anyway, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this year's Warped Tour lineup. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you like it or don't like it. Tell me if you're even going to Warped Tour this year and what date you are going to be attending. Also, I wanted to know if you guys, because I just went to Warped Tour last year, and I kind of feel like all these Warped Tour survival videos are kind of blowing themselves a little bit out of proportion. I live in Arizona and I went to Warped Tour and I was fine. I mean, I did take some tips from some of those Warped Tour survival videos, but it wasn't really necessary. But I'd like to know if you guys want me to make my own Warped Tour survival guide, but more of a Warped Tour suggestive tip video. Because I don't feel like you really, it's really not that hard to survive at Warped Tour. I mean, you're in the zone, you're usually pumped with adrenaline. It's not that hard to survive most things when you're pumped with adrenaline. Like bullet wounds, you can do that with adrenaline. Alright, anyway, this has been Ninja K Music and News, and I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Again, my name is Ninja K, and I will see you guys next time. time. Pan out a screen.